Welcome back to the Theater Pal. You're from the Neighborhood Master Chaos, back with you once again. Today we kick off our 4-film series. We are going to be covering the Cursed Collection, the Amityville Cursed Collection. To be more complete, of course, released by Vinegar Syndrome recently, as of the recording of this video, of course. So today we're going to kick it off with the not-so-classic Amityville 4, The Evil Escapes. Amityville Horror, The Evil Escapes, directed by Sandor Stern. Sandor Stern, of course, is the writer of the original Amityville film, so there's a really nice tie-in to the franchise here with Part 4, after it sort of went off the rails with Part 3, which I don't remember quite well, but I do, if memory serves, remember a monster being in the sewers or in the basement or something like that. Anyway, we're talking Part 4. Part 4 is interesting because this was a TV movie. This wasn't theatrically made, or at least intended for theaters. I think the last theatrical Amityville film was, well, technically the remake, but of the original franchise, Part 3 is the last theatrical movie. This was a TV film, stars Patty Duke. You may or may not remember Patty Duke. She had a TV show long time ago. I remember watching that when I was a kid on Nick at Night, the Patty Duke show. She's great in here. She plays the mom. She's technically supposed to be playing a 40-year-old mom, but she looks a little older than that. But she still does a great job. And I think the one thing that characterizes this movie, maybe above all the others, is all the actors are really great, very genuine, very, very likable, and just very organic. And they feel like human beings, which is a plus when you're dealing with a supernatural horror movie. But what the hell is this one about? Well, the conceit here with the Cursed Collection, starting with this one, is that the Amityville house is being sold off. All the furniture, all the fixtures and doodads are being sold off in a yard sale. At the beginning of the film, there's a really cool exorcism scene where like an army of priests descend on the house to perform a massive exorcism. We reveal the cursed item for the film is a weird lamp that looks like a tree. Very interesting shape for a lamp. I don't know if they found that somewhere or if they had that created, but it was a very interesting shape for a lamp. Almost looks like a lamp post. Anyway, that's our cursed item. It finds its way into the hands of Patty Duke's family. She's gone to live with her mother, and her mother's a little bit overbearing. The kids don't really love their grandma. She seems like she's kind of a bitch, but she loves them and she cares for them and she takes them in. And unfortunately, they also have to deal with the fallout of a haunted lamp from Amityville. One thing that distinguishes the Cursed Collection from all the other films in the franchise is that these films have nothing to do with Amityville beyond the fact that, oh, this came from Amityville, so technically it's an Amityville movie. We actually spent a lot of time in the house here. At least, you know, the first 5 minutes of the movie actually takes place in the Amityville house, but that's the last time we see it. We will not be revisiting the house in Part 2. Technically, Part 5, Amityville, It's About Time, but that's a review for another day. Amityville 4 here, of course, takes place in some other random house in the woods, and we basically get all our spooking done from this lamp, which apparently has some kind of demon trapped in it. We're not very sure. We don't really get an explanation as to why the lamp is haunted, why there's some kind of like demon face in the big bulb at the top. But there is a demon face in there, and it's bad news, and it causes creepy stuff to happen. The biggest downside, of course, is the movie is boring. It is so slow. As a matter of fact, I fell asleep twice. I don't know, I've been doing that recently. Maybe I'm just tired. I need more caffeine. I have been doing a lot of work here on YouTube, so maybe I'm just exhausted. But if the movie kept my interest, boy, I would stay awake. I've watched movies at 2 in the morning and stayed up, no problem. This one snoozed me, and we watched it at like 2 p.m. So, fell asleep twice. Luckily, I was watching it with Little Master, and he woke me up. I had to double down on the coffee for this one. It's very slow, which is a downfall. I do like the acting. You know, I do like the cast, but it's very slow. It's very, very old-fashioned. And then I didn't actually had no idea it was a TV movie until after I watched it. Then I realized, oh, I get it. This does feel like a TV movie. However, some TV movies are great. This one is very vanilla. Very vanilla. As a matter of fact, almost nothing super ghostly happens. It's very tame. It's very kitty haunted house almost. It was to the point that it was boring. Unfortunately, it's very kind of a boring movie. The worst offender, of course, when it comes to the issues I have with this movie, happened in the third act. It has the worst third act of any of the Amityville movies, as far as I remember anyway. This definitely has, from what I remember, the worst finale of the entire Cursed collections of all 4 movies. This one, well, I'll just tell you. I usually don't do spoilers, but I'm just going to tell you because I think it's so dumb that I just have to share it. So basically, there's a haunted lamp, and they realize the lamp is haunted, so the grandma somehow just picks up this heavy lamp and throws it out the window. And that's it. That's the end of the movie. There's a little girl who gets possessed. We don't really see anything happen except that her demeanor changes and she kind of gets a little mean and she goes, "Oh, get out of here," or whatever. But we don't really get like a Reagan-esque change on her. But she does get possessed by the lamp, and they have to basically get rid of the lamp. So at the end of the movie, they just throw it out the window, and there's a really cheeseball final shot in the movie where the family dog becomes possessed, and there's a freeze frame, and the dog has red eyes. What does that mean? Does that mean that the demon lives in the dog now? I don't know. That's really dumb, and that's never brought up again. We've never seen the lamp again. We never see these characters again in the franchise. This is a one and done situation. Ultimately, I really wanted to love this movie. I think it's good. I don't think it's great, and it's definitely not one that I will be re-watching. I think I can't escape the fact that it's very boring. I do appreciate the Exorcist elements with the priest coming to help, trying to figure out what's possessing the lamp. I do love that we finally, get at least sort of get to see the Amityville house one last time, as it were, because apparently in the next one we find out it's been destroyed. But stay tuned for my review of Amityville in 1992. Anyway, back to this one. There's a lot of great elements that I really enjoyed in this one, but ultimately I think this is kind of a dud. 2 stars. 2 stars for Amityville, The Evil Escapes. I wish I could go higher. I really wanted to like it. But those 2 stars really go for the cast, the genuine acting, elements like that, and stuff that I appreciate, but it was quite boring. The pacing is really slow. Nothing really memorable happens in this one. Well, there's one death. Is that in this one or is that in the other movie? No, I'm sorry. I get them mixed up. That's actually another movie that has a really great death. Not much happens in this one, to be honest. It's a shame. 2 stars for Amityville Horror. It is a fine picture. It's nice to have it in the Cursed collection, but it's not one that I think I'll be rewatching anytime soon. Boo! Did I get you? I probably didn't, but if I did, happy Halloween. That'll do for tonight's movie. It's time to close the theater. I hope you enjoyed this review of Amityville 4, The Evil Escapes. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the film, because this, again, is a two-way conversation. I'd love to discuss the movie in detail with you down below. And while you're at it, drop me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this review, because that not only helps the video get out there, but it always brightens my day to see a lot of thumbs there. Makes it all worthwhile. Honestly, your time and attention make it all worthwhile as well. I hope this video has found you happy, healthy, and well. And of course, until we meet again, I wish you a very pleasant good day, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. I have been your friendly neighborhood master, Chaos, and you have been entertained.